Awesome. So yeah, this is where I work. This is 8VB recording in North Loop. Nothing too fancy, just a simple, nice sounding room, and got some track lighting. Hi, I'm JT Bates. I am a drummer, producer. I live in Minnesota, and I've been part of the Minnesota music scene for a long time, but also been lucky to, travel around and do a lot of other things elsewhere as well. So I grew up in a musical family, and when I first got interested in drums, I was probably maybe 4 or 5 years old. My dad is a retired public school band director, and I have 2 older brothers, both of whom are great musicians. And when you're that little and all the people around you, your dad, your brothers, everyone has an instrument, it just sort of seems very natural. So I told my dad I wanted to play drums, and he was like, that's great. And then my dad, being a band director, signed me up for piano lessons. Not drum lessons, so that I had to take piano for a year before I was allowed to take drum lessons. My first teacher was this guy, Mark Cushy, who wasn't as active as a gigging player, but you absolutely could not ask for a better first instructor. I had to add to a mixtape every week, a new song, and we learned the songs by ear. So he was teaching me to read music, and from the beginning, teaching me to learn songs by ear. Bonnie Light Horseman, it's just some of the greatest shows I've ever been a part of and played, and it happens every night, and that is rare. That sort of lift off on a nightly basis. The flexibility and organic nature of the whole group of people, not just a couple people. It's everyone's kind of in, and we're willing to go with the flow. We drove down to the little village in West Cork, and we set up in a tiny little pub, and we recorded 11 songs over, 3-4 days, whatever. And it's just another win for Bonnie Light Horseman. After the pandemic and getting to actually focus on the studio stuff a bunch, I have absolutely come out of that with a focus on trying to sort of tilt the scale towards the studio and session stuff. I love it. It's more immersive. I come here and I work all day, so I love that. And then I love working during the day, being home at night with my family. My family loves that, So I'd say at this point it's kind of 60-40 towards studio, which has been, a goal of mine, and I'd like to keep it there and maybe even inch it up a little bit. I certainly will never stop performing or playing, and touring with Bonnie Light Horseman is absolutely wonderful, and so I don't foresee myself ever stopping doing that. The beauty of this place is that you can be yourself. I grew up being a drummer here, and because of that, I just can kind of do what I want. I can play with, I can play improvised music. I can just play any kind of music I want, and it creates and allows for freedom, to be yourself. So I think that's what's continued to be my main love of this community.